I am back. Hello YouTube, this is Judson Game 44 here, and today, well, we have a theory. Well, actually more of a talk than a theory thing. But this video actually came from the idea of TVC because she actually made the exact same video, and she actually made good points about this. This is actually about Star of the Force Evil, about Eclipse not being evil. So, pretty much a big shout out for her, a big thanks, and she pointed out some things in a few episodes about Eclipse that we didn't even realize, because they happened so quickly, even I didn't realize until I watched her video. So, a shout out for her. Good job, TVC, keep up the great work. Anyway, let's get into the video. This is about Eclipse. Now, first things first, let's talk about Eclipse. Eclipse was first seen about her tapestry, and she was forced out for a couple times, based on Moon's reaction, her tapestry, everything. She was basically a queen that took a monster for her love, and away from her kingdom she fled. And she pretty much took the one with her. Now, I have seen the other tapestries of the other creators, because they actually have them on art app and everything, the writers of the show. And pretty much what they were doing is like they were showing every queen tapestry. And TVC did make a good point about saying Eclipse did have the one with her, but that's technically not true. I mean, it's not true that she had the one when she fled from Uni. But tapestries don't show what exactly really happened. They can sometimes pretend, since Eclipse took a monster for love, they kind of made it look like this is their love way how they show it. Queen of Darkness, that's their title name as well. But there were some queens that had the one in their tapestries that they did not have it yet. That's just a point I just want to make out. I'll talk more about the art thing another time, though. But besides that, let's pretty much get started with the rest of things. Eclipse was then made a deal with Moon. Well, technically no, Moon made a deal with Eclipse. She was crystallized for over 300 years for taking a monster for love, and she had two daughters, Luna, and pretty much, what's that name I'm looking for? Oh yeah, Meteora. I keep forgetting her name. Anyway, besides all that, Meteora and Luna pretty much never met. Eclipse was crystallized for having a child, I guess. We don't know that for a fact, though, but pretty much the Magic High Commission say, we arrest her before she can commit any crime. Yeah, that's kind of stupid if she hasn't done anything yet. But besides that, pretty much Moon went to Eclipse, uncrystallized her for a quick second and making a deal with her, but Moon did not do it fully. Star did the job for her with between 2 or 3 decades, and then Eclipse was finally free. So, what happens? Well, for starters, when we finally see Eclipse, she's just eating candy. She's pretty much just enjoying the garden and everything that she used to been in. She doesn't have the hat. She was wearing a different outfit and her hair was down. Some people made some theories, but I guess this was just a new look. Maybe it was probably because to make Eclipse look like she didn't look like her, so Star would not immediately recognize her at first. We don't know why, but yeah, she pretty much has the hat and everything back on the next time we see her. But besides that, the point that TVC actually make, I didn't even realize this or even saw it since it happened for a quick second, but when Star and her were talking, right before the High Commission and Moon and the Knights were all rushing to tackle Eclipse, it was kind of interesting because she was making a face like she would know for a fact they were coming, saying, "Oh, they're here. Well, I bet they're about to catch her." I mean, yeah, that was like a face he would try to make, like a bored, hype-up face saying, "Really?" Something like that. But besides that, they pretty much all rushed in, and she was pretty much smiling when she was captured. She said, "Long time no see, Moon. How did that spell work out for you?" Anyway, pretty much, they lock her up in the dungeon, and she kind of just made a bored, sad face in a way. And then when she came, she said, "Oh, I bet you're about to crystallize me." Which is kind of interesting. I honestly thought if she did got crystallized, the crystal would she would only stay for a few seconds or minutes, and then the crystal would just break right open, meaning she can't really be captured since the deal has been fully done. She's free and there's nothing that can change that unless somehow Toffee comes back to life, and then Rumby is going to just crystallize her. But besides that, what happens? Well, pretty much, I honestly thought the crystal just pretty much bounced off the wall, but when I saw the screenshot that TVC took, it actually sees that, you really think this thing can get me? it pretty much like reflect off of her, which that was honestly interesting. I honestly thought it reflect the wall. And besides that, Eclipse always seemed to have this funny personality. She did this a few times when Marco called her evil, and it was only a quick second, but pretty much she said, "Oh, so you're one of those people, huh?" It pretty much seems like she's not going to be showing, like, oh, angry or anything. I guess she's pretty much used to it, because remember, Eclipse did live in the dark era of Muni. She was the third and final queen. Her grandma and her granddaughter was the final one, and then her great-granddaughter pretty much ended the Dark Age. Long story about that another time, though. But besides all of that, pretty much, it seems like back when she was not crystallized, it seems like she had to deal with a lot of responsibilities. Because she said, "I lost my mother too when I was about your age." Pretty much when she was talking to Moon when Moon was about a teenager still. But other than that, pretty much Eclipse seems like she has to learn to deal with all of this. So instead of yelling and everything, she probably learned how to control all these anger around her and pretty much learn to deal with it in a happy sort of way. And besides all that, Eclipse also pretty much, she knows a lot of things about this castle. She says, "All knowledge is good knowledge," I say. It pretty much means even the bad knowledge, like, if she found like a very dark secret, it would be good knowledge to her just in case it would ever come useful. Yeah, that's the point. So, what exactly happened? Well, the trial for Eclipse hasn't happened yet, but at the last of the 8-episode series, daily thing, pretty much we now learn that Eclipse had a daughter known as Meteora, which it was an interesting theory about Miss Heinous actually being the daughter of Eclipse, which that was honestly interesting, but in reality, I didn't really kind of see that. I honestly thought she was Moon's sister, or Moon's mom. Yeah, I had reasons why I believe that, though. I thought it was because Moon, maybe she ran away, or after she was done being queen, she possibly decided to take something else. Or perhaps Miss Heinous, pretty much she ran away when she was a child and began her own life because she didn't want to be part of the royal family. And that's why she hid her cheek marks. That's what I believe, honestly. But for this was only a shock finding out she's over 300 years old. But besides all that, what happens? Well, the trial hasn't happened yet, so let's get into this. The part I was waiting for to talk about. Now, let's see. The way I always seen the match of Hack Commission, they pretty much didn't really know what happened, so they're probably going to make up excuses. As for Star, I actually do see Star like standing up for Eclipse. Marco actually being confused, but actually will see why if Star tells her. Well, yeah. Pretty much what happens is, I can see Star making a point saying, yes, she ran away with a monster for her love and everything and abandoned her people. That's selfish, but that's not an actual crime she committed. And then if the Magic High Commission and everyone else find out Miss Heinous was actually, well, pretty much you get the point where this is going. And pretty much if they all found out Eclipse had a daughter, the Magic High Commission and Moon would all try to use that against Eclipse. But I can see Star going against that and actually met her, and everyone would be shocked. And actually Star would have to try to make a point saying, what is she doing is not wrong. However, though, the interesting fact, though, is there is a possibility she is evil, because she has used dark magic before, because she has gloves that cover her hands that reveal black and purple marks, like scars in a way on her hands. Those were traces of using dark magic, so it's a possibility she had used dark magic for something. Anyway, that's the only thing you could really testify for. But pretty much the way we've seen this is that any monster is treated horribly just because they're a monster. And what's pretty much interesting about it is that everyone would possibly be a fear of Miss Heinous if they all found out. However, though, I do see something interesting with this, though. Pretty much, in the newest episode, when we finally found out Miss Heinous, we now actually do see something that could possibly happen. And one of the new trailers for this is that they're showing all of the kingdoms of the kings and queens and everything. My theory about that is pretty much simple. Since Star brought all the princes and princesses of all those kingdoms together, who will be taking it to the throne when they're all grown up, my theory about this is that pretty much this is all about getting help find Miss Heinous and help the other monsters. Because pretty much Star is working on trying to begin the new era. So, but however though, there is going to be a lot of possibilities for this. But besides all of that though, this video, well, there's a lot of things I would like to talk about, but really, I want to stay on point. But yeah, pretty much that's all we know about Eclipse and a few other things I mentioned in this video. So, I will pretty much go on a few more other things another time, and other Star Forces Evil videos. But other than that, pretty much, once again, TVC, thanks for what you gave me, and a shout for you. Besides that though, I hope you did enjoy this video because this is Judson Game 44, signing out. Until then, I'll see you all later. Bye!